Alright, we're going to test out the audio here. Welcome to the stream. Probably going to hear me echo for a moment. Alright, we're going to test out the audio here. Good. Okay, sorry. I had to listen to that. Okay, so welcome everybody to the stream. Today we're going to be working on the Keith game that I showed on my other channel. Now, one thing I need to do is I think I know how we'll do this. We'll go back to our full screen window. Wait, how did I do this? Alright, I have to go to my desktop here. Alright, we don't want this right now. We're going to do it a little bit differently. And hello, Holly Wolf. Welcome. It's good to see you again. It's been a while since I've done a stream on this channel. I did a stream the other day on my my other channel, but I wanted to do it on this one because it's been so long. Where do I do this at? Okay. Let's see. Will that work? If I do that? Oh, that'll work. Okay. So let's move this down. I wanted to show the process of making one of these. Let's just kind of scale it all up. Alright, hopefully Nigel down here won't get in the way. Okay, I think that's all we need so far to get everything started. I definitely, yes, I missed you too. I missed all of just doing this in general. It's been a while since I've done something kind of spontaneous like this. But I missed seeing everybody, and I missed seeing you because it had been a while since. Oh, I don't even remember what the last stream was. It was, I did that video game tier list. That's what it was. And let's see. I think we also need. Where's my I think I know what I need to do. Uh-oh, do I have it kind of going doubly loud? I want to get some music as well, something kind of peaceful. So what I might do is find a playlist or something. Let's see. Is this gonna do? How do I This isn't the right audio capture device. How did I do it last time? When I did the game. I had the PC audio. Sorry. I'm just copying some things over that I had from the last stream. We're gonna paste a. Alright, that should work fine. Was there echo? Is there still echo? Let's see what's going on. Let me check. We're gonna paste a. Oh, okay. I think hopefully it's better now. Alright. Let's head over to some relaxing Nintendo music or something. What about this? Alright, this needs turned down though, for sure. This should be good. Let's turn it down. I'll check on it momentarily to make sure that it should be good. Not that quiet. I can't even hear it. Sorry about the echo. Not that quiet. I can't even hear it. That's probably good. Alright, so what I'm doing today is I have some things I need to do for the game. In the description I do have a download for it. There's a free download of the demo. But, oh wait, I cannot see. There we go. But today I need to make some extra things. So I need to make like a pause screen. Specifically pause screen, because I need to make sure that the user interface is all ready. But let me jump in for a minute and see what's going on with the game. If I run around. And I want to make sure too, okay, I'm not in my demo copy, I'm in the actual game. Yay! Okay, so everything seems to be good. So let me move over to, oh good, and this works on the stream as well. I had trouble with that before with gaming on here. Where do I put? So let me look at the last pause screen that I did. And here's what we'll do. So that we can see what I'm doing. We're going to change the capture to be I'm going to jump over to PowerPoint, although it's not giving me, for some reason it's not giving me the full PowerPoint. What's up with that? I might have to do still nothing? Okay, I think we're gonna have to do this for a minute. I'm making a game, a 3D platforming game. Kind of like similar to, I got a lot of inspiration from Mario Odyssey and different Mario games like that. So I wanted to try to make my own. I've been trying to make different ones for how many years now? Maybe about 4 years. So there's been a lot of trial and error, but I think I'm finally at a place where I'm able to do one a bit more confidently now, and so I wanted to start doing it and share the process of making it. Here's the pause screen. I wanted to see what I did for my last game. I kind of like this font. Actually, I think I saved the template. I'm just gonna load up the template for it. Or are these just text boxes? Ah. Is this? Alright, we'll work from here. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna save this. I don't even know what music that was from. Templates. Oh, we'll say menus. This sometimes can be kind of mundane for me. Oh wait, we'll leave the gem collect stuff in there. Yeah, we'll leave that in here. And we'll leave that for sure, because we're going to need that stuff. And these are some costumes from an older game. We already have our text boxes. You know what? I actually quite like this little control button, so we'll use that, I think. Ah, I keep deleting the wrong slide. Wow, these were... Yeah, we'll leave the user interface there. So, what's an example of... What's an example of a pause screen, I wonder? Like a good example of one. So, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna grab one of my, or definitely, I always say one of my favorite games, but my favorite game was Mario Galaxy. My personal favorite. So I wanted to look at what they did for that pause screen. Actually, let's look at... Let's look at Odyssey. I like looking at different games to get inspiration from them. I'm gonna go for a different... I'm obviously going for a different look. There isn't necessarily like something that says pause. Do you go to school for programming, or are you just self-taught? I'm just self-taught. I never did any classes other than if you would count YouTube tutorials as classes. I just picked up Blender. It was actually my uncle he worked with computers, and he recommended Blender, that software, to me when I was little. And I picked it up, and at first it was really intimidating because there's so much you could do with Blender that it can get kind of complicated. But I started learning, and because I learned at such a young age, it stuck with me, and I've been able to adapt to that really well. And that's one big reason why I haven't changed from Blender. It's because I've just done it for a long time. Quit? Should we say quit? Save, continue, save, and quit, because we're going to resume the game. We're going to... You definitely want to save it, and then you'll just go back to the main menu, which we also need to make a main menu, which I'm going to do something different for. And I don't know if we're going to need this whole paused part. We'll see. So now, did I put it back up? Did I put it back up? Hang on. Let me fix this for a second. Let me save these images. I'll just put it in textures. I'm gonna say UI continue and UI save. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. Ah, I know this song. This is that coffee shop from Animal Crossing. What's it called though? Oh, this is specifically for Mario Kart 8. But what's that called? Is it Roost? Right? The Roost, yeah. That's what I thought it was. Alright, we're gonna jump back into Blender now. There we go. So we need to make a new screen. This screen is actually the that effect, that little iris kind of thing. We're gonna make a full copy of this, and we're gonna call this pause. Now, somewhere in the game, let's go back to I called it test grounds. Something needs to tell the game when we press enter. Or can we change that escape key? Because usually exit key is escape. I don't know if I want it to be... Well, we'll do escape for that. You definitely don't want to just tap that though. You want to tap enter to pause, because it might just you might lose your save progress. Should I do... What is this? This is the level music. This though is the game setup, so we'll do this. So when we press... This is what I like about Blender too, is you just have this... Let me pull this up. This down here, you have your three different boxes. So this basically says what the player's gonna do, what's gonna happen, and then the result. So if I press enter, then we're going to tell the game over here to pause, just pause, and this one in the middle connects the two. But you can do all kinds of things, like if you want to press enter and control, or enter or control, or something more complex where you have to press multiple buttons. So what that should have done, I love Nook's Cranny music. I love it too. I just think the Animal Crossing games have some really great music. And no wonder they show up on these. Actually, are there any other Animal Crossing ones coming up? No? What's up with that? I'm gonna have to get Animal... You know, I might get a... I'm gonna get an Animal Crossing playlist. Yeah, we'll do this. I hope they do the title screen for the first Animal Crossing, because that one's kind of stuck in my mind right now. We'll see what they do. Hi, Arinel. Love you too. Thank you for stopping by. That's Arinel, my girlfriend. She stopped by. She's always so supportive. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I agree. This is very nostalgic. I don't know if you played New Leaf, because I have New Leaf on my 3DS, and that game, I played that for a long time. When it first came out, I wanted it for my birthday. How old was it? Was I like 12? I think I was only 12 years old at the time. But I love that game. That one's definitely nostalgic for me. I did play City Folk a bit, and I did play the GameCube one a little bit too. I think I played City Folk first, but then I got New Leaf, and that was the one I really jumped into. Let's see. There we go. So I can pause the game now. It looks like it just froze. But that's a good thing. But we want to make it look a little bit more not like you just broke the game. So what I'm gonna do is import images as planes, and that means we're just gonna import what we made. So here's our, now it looks weird right now, but I'm gonna fix it. There, this is our continue button that we just did. And I think I'm gonna do a different technique for menus than I did before. Rather than, I used to have it say you clicked on each option, but I might actually have it so that you you just move the arrow keys to go down. So let's see, continue, and then we're gonna need a new one here. This is gonna be, I don't usually name my materials. That's probably not a good idea if you're uploading to, like, for someone else to use. Oh wow, that's perfect. It doesn't have to, I thought it would get all stretched out. There's a bunch of fun things you can do with the text. You can make it like squish or stretch, all kinds of stuff. Yes, I played Animal Crossing City Folk on my Wii when I was really young. I remember I changed the date and time on my Wii for certain days so I could get a lot of money. I used to do that on, I think I tried to do that on New Leaf before, where I would collect stuff. I would go around and get those, I had my usual method every day, of you get up in your city and you go and you hit rocks and you get you try to find the gem and you try to find the money. And maybe look for a few trees, maybe you collect some seashells, and then I'd go sell all that stuff, and then maybe sometimes I'd try to change the date forward so that I could go get more. But sometimes it did take time for me to make enough money for the stuff I wanted to do, because I wanted to open up all kinds of stuff in my town, but I didn't have the money to. But I would keep at it and I would save up. I think, whoa, it disappeared. Let me fix that. I think, here, we'll just put the Keith logo up here for now. We're gonna do something different. That's actually kind of pretty. So, yep, when you play it, that should happen. I'm gonna add an empty, and this is just an invisible little thing. I thought I added one. Yeah, and we're gonna say, and the camera, wait, is the camera, we want the camera to be orthographic, which means it's just flat. And we're gonna say menu. So this is kind of confusing, but we're gonna have the menu be different things. We're gonna have it be 0 for when you've selected continue. We're gonna have it be 1 for when you've selected save, and we're gonna have it be 2 for when you've selected quit. So this is just gonna be a counter that counts all of the times you move the arrow. What was I saying about Animal Crossing? I was saying that I think I sold my town at one point because I wanted to start fresh, which was bittersweet. But I ended up getting like 8 million bells, I think. I haven't used them all still. So I was trying to reprogress, but I got myself back. Let me see. Holly said, you gotta go to school now. Oh yeah, I'm sorry that this is all early in the day, but I'm sure most people are either at work or in school. I hope you have a good day today at school. And I really appreciate you stopping by for the stream. That really means a lot to me. So I thank you again, and I hope that you have a good school day. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Let me get my messages. What's that? Wait, what are we gonna do with this? Oh, okay, we want to say, I'm just gonna say continue. I want to say S continue, so it means select, so I don't get confused later. S save, S quit. So we're gonna send messages. What this means is we just send messages to these things, and I'm going to show you. It's hard to explain. This is such a simple thing that you don't think about when you're playing the game, but it just makes it look a lot cleaner and nicer. So right, we want to say whenever we press the down arrow down, and when we press up, we want to change the numbers depending on where we are. So if I go to how am I gonna do this? Okay, properties, sorry. I keep having these little things where my brain just kind of is like, what do I do? There's so many things I was multi-processing. I have that happen a lot when I'm on stream. So I'm thinking about the stream, I'm thinking about this. We need to add. Now it's funny, even when you're subtracting you have to add, but you add a negative number. Ah, it's very sneaky math. So when we go down, actually when we go down we're going to add one, the way I laid this out, and when we go up we're gonna take one away, and we're gonna add that. We don't want to assign it. And what's the difference, by the way, in case you're, I don't know if any of my viewers are Blender users or not, but the difference between add and assign, just for something interesting here, assign will give. So we have a group of numbers. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can just keep counting or subtracting, or it can be set as a number. Think of it like your health in a game. Your health is a certain number. So if you get hit by an enemy, we can add a -1 to take your health down by 1. But what does assign mean? Well, assign means we're just going to set the numbers a certain thing. So if you say assign 2, it's not going to add 2, it's going to change the number to the number 2. But if we add 2, that's going to make an addition problem, or a subtraction one, depending on how you set it up. And then there's 2 other things we need to do. What happens, you just have to think about all these little things. What happens if we go beyond 2, because we have 0, 1, 2 for continue, save, and quit. Well, what happens if the number is 3? Well, if it's 3, we need to set it back to 0 because we want to go back to continue, because we're going to go down, 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 or I'm sorry. You start at continue, save, quit, and then continue, save, quit, and so on. It will just kind of loop. So if 3, I just want to remember what this is. If the menu is equal to, or what we'll say is if the menu is, if more than 2. If it's greater than 2 at any time, we're going to assign it back to 0. We're not going to add or subtract, we're just going to take it back to 0. I like this music too. And then for this one, oh, I didn't set it up yet. We're going to say if less than 0, if less than 0, and it can be less than 0 because it could be -1 or -2, then we're going to make sure that the menu is back to 2, so that we go back to quit. And this is very weird, but once it works, I'll show you. And now we're actually, that was kind of the coding for it, my little way of coding this, but let me show you what's actually going on. So I want to select continue, save, or quit. So right now if I go up or down, nothing happens. If I hit enter, nothing happens. If I click, I don't even see my mouse, nothing happens. So what do we do about that? Well, here's what we gotta do. Oh, hello, little chicken. I was not expecting to see you. It's the first thing I just saw. He doesn't have a name yet. I don't know what his name is, so I just call him Little Chicken. Okay, so there are we want to do something for the user interface. So when you're not hovering over something, we're gonna set it like that. But when you are, we're gonna actually scale it a bit. And the reason why I'm gonna scale it is so you can tell, I'm selecting continue. Let's see if that makes sense. So whenever you hover over each item, I want it to be kind of like, I want it to pop up at you. So now we're gonna set that up. So we're gonna have it give a message continue, which I already set up. Right. So here's what it's gonna do. If we're not getting that message, we're going to say, here's all our animations. We're gonna make it be it's just gonna not do anything. It's gonna be its regular size. Now remember how I said too, whenever I'm hitting the arrows that nothing's happening? Stuff is going on behind the scenes, but it's not physically making anything visibly appear to be going on, if that makes sense. And you know what I should do? I should probably did I spell that right? Continue's such a weird word when you look at it after a while, doesn't it? Look weird. Like, that UE is kind of unusual to me. I don't know, sometimes when you're looking at a word, it's like, that is kind of weird that we spell it that way. Continue. Such a fancy word that just means keep going again. Let's make it frame 2. I want to give it enough frames here. So whenever it is, here's when I think the magic's going to happen. Look at that. Now, and we're going to make sure, we want to click on this because we want it to be pulsing. That means it's always checking, are we hovering over continue or not? Like every multiple times a second, it's making sure that, am I getting that message or no? And I'm not seeing anything change though. I think I know why. Because it's a different layer, right? No? Idle, hover. You know what? I think these two also need, all of these need to be pulsed as well. What is going on? Don't you just love it when this kind of stuff happens? S continue, right? That is the message. S continue. And this is an inverted, so it means, well, we're not getting the message. We're going to add 1 to the menu, and we're going to add -1. We're going to make sure it goes back to 0, make sure it's to 2. When it's 0, and it's 0 right now, by default, the property is 0. If it's 1, and if it's 2, so this should, What about false though? Maybe, is that what it meant? Is there a difference there? Now I'm just trying to figure this out. Let's see. I'm having a little bit of a problem. Maybe there's some Blender professional that knows what's going on here, and this is laughing because I did something wrong. Alright, well let's set up the others. And I'm sorry, but I actually have to delete them and reset them. Well, I don't have to, but the reason why I'm doing that is because I think it'll save time. And let's make sure too that this is UI continue, UI save UI quit, just so I know what's going on if I'm ever looking for them. All we should have to do is say sSave, sQuit. I think this might, oh, and we have to do it here. So sSave and sQuit. Alright. Yeah, okay, they're working. But the problem is they're not going back. So force? Is that what it is? Do both of them need to be kind of... Ah, it's working, but it's not popping back. That's my problem. Does it need to be a different layer? That's cool, because it looks nice, but it's not... Alright, what if we say that... No. That doesn't make any difference. I'm just trying to think if there's something else we can do. What if we say if you hit up? That works. And we'll also say, by the way, let's move this down so it's not all weird. Well, now we're gonna have to do this for each one. So up, there we go, and down. And we're not gonna say and, we're just gonna say or. So if we hit up or down, continue will not be like that anymore. That should work, right? And I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna keep moving these out of the way, but we want to actually see save. So for example, if I do this one, yeah, okay, for some reason that works for us better. And we'll make sure that it's all, look at this, the only option we have to do is continue. That's not good. Let's do quit. So yeah, let's rename it again. And if anybody's watching the stream, thank you for stopping by. Even if you're not, I'm just still gonna work at this. This is what I would do whether I'm streaming or not. I would probably even just talk because it helps me think through a little bit with this. There we go. That's what I meant. That's what all of this was for. I wanted you to be able to scroll and be like, continue, save, or quit, or save, or continue, or go down to quit, depending. So if we go down, 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 or go back up. And it's really slick. I think that actually works quite well. And we can do as many buttons like that as we want. We just have to change numbers around. That's nice, actually. So what happens if, here's what I'm going to do for quit for now. What I'm going to have it do, just a test here. Well, no. Actually, what I'm going to do for scene is we're going to resume. Can we resume a scene? Yes, we're going to resume test grounds. But first, actually, we're going to remove the pause screen. So, oh, that works. That works. So what I want to add actually is an enter button. I'm not going to delete and duplicate these guys again. We're going to do a new and. So if you are hovering over continue and you hit enter, then you will have a lovely thing happen where it'll close out of the pause menu. And this means that we will be able to actually, that's all I need actually right now. So the other thing I want to say is scene resume the testing grounds. Now they're not here right now. And there's another thing that I want to do. When you pause the game, I actually want to use one of my user interface. I used a pause sound actually already, so I don't know if you heard that little tune. And we're just gonna say when you hit keyboard up or down, we're gonna say select small. Replayed and yeah, perfect. Just a couple little sounds. Now the thing about it continuing that we might have to do. How are we gonna make it do that whole you know what we're gonna do actually though? We're gonna send, I think I know what we'll do for this. When you hit enter, we're gonna send a message that says game continue. And whenever we get that message back in the game, GameCube? No, Game. Why am I thinking about the GameCube? Game continue. Alright, we're gonna go back to the main game. This is such a weird thing. How long did this take so far? How long have we been streaming? How long have we been streaming? Doesn't seem to tell me. Create a highlight video. I never did that before. I'm gonna just say welcome to the stream. No. We've been going for a while. I don't know exactly how long. Well, yeah, let's check this 3-hour thing. Okay, we've been going for like half an hour. Maybe about 40 minutes, I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, let me stretch. It's very tiring after a while. Alright, so this... Now remember, we said whenever... Right now, let's... Meanwhile, back on the game. In the main game, when we hit pause, this happens. Interestingly enough, the water doesn't stop. But we need to do something else. This is going to put it all together. We're going to add an overlay scene down here. We're going to add the pause screen. So now, when we press enter, it'll pause. This will happen. I like the long jump midway. This doesn't do anything, this doesn't do anything, and that does. Now, it didn't get the message yet. So the reason why I sent that message that says game continue is because I wanted to make a sound whenever we're back. And I have a lovely little sound that I designed. That UI, a large select. Or it actually might not be that actually. Let's just use it to test. I don't think it's actually going to be that. Uh-oh. That's not good. You see what's going on? Uh-oh, I just died. That works though. That's good. But here's the problem. I don't think we can use enter to pause. You know what we might do? We'll use enter to pause, but let's go back to the pause screen. We're gonna say, we're gonna use space instead to select things. So now when we go back to our testing grounds, when you pause, yeah, we just have to use, we gotta turn that off. I bump this thing all the time, and it does this editing thing that you don't want it to do, where it drags things together. It's good sometimes, though.
Yay! Whoa! Yay!
So I'm just debating whether to use that sound or the dun-dun-dun sound that I use whenever you're talking. Let me go over and show you what I mean. When you're talking to a character and you leave the menu, it does a similar thing with the menu, but here's what goes on. Does that. So when you pause, we'll use that for like, no, we might use that for like when you quit. It'll go dun-dun-dun and then fade out and then go back to the menu, which we also gotta make a main menu. And I'm still not sure exactly what kind of menu to make. At least something that we can reference in the game so I don't have to go back and fix it when I'm making levels. Let me just run around a little bit.
Yay!
I'm also curious about the water. It does something kind of weird at the very edge of the map, and it might be because it's just going further than the skybox. So let's scale it in once and see if my theory is correct or if it's wrong. And it's wrong. So whatever. We'll just leave the water go right there. This is the world. There's those weird clouds that I made right now. And then the water, and then there's this island over here that I just put to test the ground, but I might end up texturing it and trying to make it an actual place. I'm not sure yet. There's also this costume. Now this actually something that, and is it all like even? Wait a second, is it even? I think quit is a little bit too low, just a bit. A tiny bit. Alright. I don't have any mathematical way of doing that, I just kind of eyeball it. I think that's good for now. And again, it's not going to show Keith. I feel like I'm at E3 or something. This is a tech demo because it doesn't have a name right now. I mean, it might be called Keith something, like Keith's Great Adventure or Keith's Island Adventure or something fun. Switch to a different costume. Might even go back and show you all the other games that I made that I drew inspiration from if you're interested in that. Let's test something. What if I'm talking to Wyatt and I hit pause? Okay, that actually doesn't do anything weird. I was worried that maybe it would. Look at this, we're gonna do a long jump. Actually, I have an idea, we'll do it over here. We're going to do a long jump and we're going to pause and see if he'll make it. Does it change the nature of the game at all? And we're going to hold down the shift button because you should. Is he going to make it? Yep. He actually starts a new long jump. Uh-oh. Does that... No, I did that on purpose, but is there a glitch that can happen? Nope. Okay. Whew. I was afraid that I just introduced a new glitch. Because, like, what if you could jump, pause, jump, pause, jump, pause, jump, pause, but my gravity system is keeping Keith down. Haha. What about if we jump up against this, though? Because sometimes it gets confused about it being a solid surface, and it'll let him jump. I had that problem with a lot of Keith games, the way I program things, I guess. Oh man, he really just moves. It's fun to run around with Keith. That's great, by the way, too. The game's fun for me to, at least for me, hopefully it is for everybody else, but it's fun to just simply run around and long jump, and he just really travels far.
Yay!
I can't wait to see the just more and more stuff being added to this. There's a lot that needs to be done. There's a lot. We haven't even gotten the levels yet, but this is more of the, now we don't have to worry about the pause screen, or we can just work from what we started, so that's great. I want to at least do that today. And again, for anybody, I'll just do a little reminder for anybody new in the stream. You can download the demo of this game for free in the description. It doesn't have the pause screen yet. I'm gonna do a demo update when I add enough stuff, and you can play a new tech demo. You get your early access to this game, and it's free. You can donate if you want. I do appreciate donations because they do help me to put more focus into this game, focus more time towards it, because I do really want to see what it'll become and provide it for you guys. But it is free. You can just check it out, run around like this. I think it's quite enjoyable. And let me check on the stream audio real quick. Provide it for you guys. But it is free. You can just check it out, run around. Cool. We got a great audio level with our music and everything. We've just been chilling to some Animal Crossing music for a while. That's cool. It's been quite relaxing, actually. Well, not always, but I try to listen to music when I work on this. And I usually listen to music. Whoa, that was close. I almost ran into that guy. I try to listen to music that fits the game, kind of gets me in the idea. It gets me thinking about the game. I highly recommend doing that, because it does. Anything you're working on, I'm sure many of you do. Or some way of immersing yourself into the creative world that you're working on. So let me think about what I want to do next, and while I think about that, I'm going to do some long jumping. We don't long jump all around the island. I've been playing on this same level forever. I can't wait for something new, a new level to be here, so I can run, but it's still very fun. I think the island doesn't have a back to it, so we're just gonna have to do my sneaky, weird glitch jump. We're not going to let you, by the way. If you've been playing the demo and you might have realized something about the slopes. If you go over to the slopes, he does this weird glitchy jump, and sometimes he even sinks through the terrain and just completely flies out of bounds and into the death zone. It's a very interesting glitch, actually. I wonder if speedrunners would use it for something. If there's a slope that you could take advantage of, let's see if I can perform that glitch. I don't know how. I've tried to perform it on camera before, but I couldn't get it to work. But maybe this will be the time I do. Let's see. Nope. Nothing's going on. We'll test that out. This is very weird kind of, I get why it's happening. The game's constantly checking if Keith is in collision with any type of ground, and then it'll let him jump again. So when you're on a slope, it's at a weird angle, and so he's constantly in the air and back on the ground again, so it kind of rapidly lets him jump. And sometimes you get yourself stuck like that a little bit. So to solve that, I'm just gonna put a wall around areas that are dangerous like that. Like obviously in the regular game, this is background element here. The regular game is gonna be very flat and smooth and easy to navigate around. I mean, there will be slopes and stuff, but not so dramatic that they're practically a vertical wall. Now he won't, if it's completely 90 degrees, like a 90-degree angle, he's not going to go up that, but if it's a slope, it'll let him go. So we'll put walls up, some barriers. So that just kind of fixes that problem. But again, I might leave some little small holes in the game, just very very hidden, to give you kind of a shortcut or like a speedrunning technique. But what I'm gonna do, since I'm gonna change the title of the stream actually to Building a 3D Platformer in Blender, live, because I think that might also be good. And what I'm gonna do real quick, everybody, is I'm gonna share this stream on Twitter and see if we can get some more folks here today. Thank you for anybody who's here watching. And I know this isn't the best time to stream, because usually, again, people are at work or in school, but we'll just send it out if you want to check out what's going on. Just send that out. It still boggles my mind that I just think about the... Hang on. Let's just stop. Let's have a... have an idea. Let's go over to like a very relaxing spot and just talk. Like, I'll just occasionally talk about something fascinating, and we'll just stand by the ocean with Keith by the ocean. There's something kind of profound when I think about sometimes. Alright, this is another little glitch, by the way. It's not a glitch, it's just the way the game works. He does kind of slide if it's not completely flat. That's okay, we'll let him slide. Let's just think about this as we stand by the ocean here. It boggles my mind that we can stream live like this. If you think about when television was first starting, and just you had to have this station, and there's so many complicated things to streaming a television show. I'm doing this on my laptop right now. It's incredible how much that is changed. Aaronel, you're back. Hello. I think you're the only one, at least the only one in the chat room. But anybody else who's watching is welcome to stop by. And even if no one's here, this is good documentation anyway. And if you want to check out later, you don't have to watch it live. Isn't that, it's just crazy to me that we can do that. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Let me long jump my way back over. Let's see if I can make this jump. Oh! Hey, Michael. Hi, it's great to see you. I'm glad to see you here. I think I remember, I'm trying to think of, what was I gonna do? Let me pause for a second. Thank you for stopping by, because I've seen a lot of your stuff on Twitter, and it's just nice to have you here, because it's been very quiet, but it's been nice being able to work on this and just have it live for anybody that wants to stop by. What was I gonna do? What's the next step that I should do? I should work on the title screen for the game. Jonah the Wolf. Oh yeah, that's his Twitter username. That's right. How's everything going? Everything's going good. To explain for context for this stream, I've just been working on this game. I put a video of it on my other channel. I have a link for the demo in the description. But I just decided to do this stream today because I was working on the game anyway, and I thought I'd just make it kind of a calm, relaxing stream while I develop the game. And we just got done doing we just did this whole pause screen system that lets you just kind of
Yay!
freeze the game at any point and then just scroll through. Oh, I remember what I also have to do. There's this little thing here, this little button prompt, the E button, but I don't like the texture. I just put that there for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my we were working on our stuff here, this right here. I'm gonna copy and paste. There are two buttons I need to make. I need to make the E button, and I need to make the S button, because I need to give indication of which one you need to press, just so it's clear. And we're gonna save this as an image. We're gonna say UI E. It's very simple. And UI S. Ooh, I think that's all I need. Alright. So UI, we're just gonna call it UI bottom? No, UI button. That could just change it up really quickly. E, the E button here. Oh, that's right. I had another. That's right. I actually used text here. But we don't need that now. And where is this texture? This is a very small little texture. Oh my, it's a very, very tiny one, but that's okay. So this is, I'll show you what this is, if this is confusing. Alright, we're gonna go back to the test grounds. And really I need a place here. Can I just do this and go to the camera and go to, oh, you know what we can do? We can go back to our game capture. There we go. How do I do this again? Let me check. Blender texture mode. I've been trying to use this hotkey so that I could go there quicker. Okay, Shift Z. Right, Shift Z. This is. That's not working. Whatever, we'll go back here. I was trying to make it a little bit easier to see, but I don't think that's gonna work. So what that sorry if you heard that metallic sound, that was my desk. I have this little pull-out thing for my keyboard.
Yay!
Alright, so what this means is it should show up here. There it is. That's actually a really great spot for it too. E, the E button. And we press it. Now the other thing we have to do, and it actually looks a little bit off-centered, and that's because I think it actually is. Just slightly. Should be above. I don't know if Keith's off-center or if the button's off-center. I can't tell. Let's check. Let's see. Go over. Now it's way off center the other way. This is such a trial and error process of making this, as we saw with. Alright, this is the text box system. As we saw with what was it? The pause menu. We had some troubles there, but we figured it out.
Yay!
You have to be creative sometimes. That's really, really close, but it's making me mad that it's not quite centered still. Please be centered now. Basically, the game's running in different layers too. So there's the pause menu, there's that button prompt, there's the text box. But they're all separate layers that get kind of added on top. Wait, I didn't see it. I clicked on it too soon. Alright. Let's just move it over just a tad bit more, and then I'll probably let it go for now. I might even change where it's at, but it's about in the, that's probably where I want it on the screen. I just want it to be clear that, hey, you have to press E to talk to the character. Because you might not know to talk to the character. You know, it might just be like, oh, this is just decoration. Usually though, I think, and that's what I also try to think, is what does the player instinctively do? But usually when you see a character, you're going to go over and see if you can talk to them or not. And look at this, Keith can't move. I had to figure that out. Where he could jump. But I've devised a little system so that he won't travel anywhere. Hopefully everybody in the chat is doing well. I know it hasn't been as interactive as maybe some other streams. But I always like to see what the chat's up to, and if hopefully everybody's doing well. Just having a good day so far. I'm sure it's a busy morning for some of you. Just have fun jumping around. Now here's the next thing we need to do. We have to go back into the text box. Now there's no indication of what to do here either. So what I'd like to do is we're gonna go to this press prompt button. I'm gonna say E prompt, and we're gonna change the mesh as well to be E prompt. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that whenever I go to the text box, I can add in a plane. And I should be able to just say E prompt for the mesh. Okay, that's really stretched out. That's okay. And we're going to do the UI button, change it to S. And we're gonna, now this is flat, so this can be however we want, but we're gonna put it way in front of the camera, or way in front of this box here. And this just lets you know, hey, if you want to keep going, you know, press that button. We need to do we're gonna make it a little bit. A little bit like that, because sometimes you get another problem where oh, it fixed it for that too, did it? Uh-oh, what did I just do? No. Okay, well, this is UI button. Actually, this should be a little bit smaller. Okay. What did I do? I think I messed something up. Or I think I have it connected somehow. Alright. I think I do. Oh, maybe we just have to duplicate it and give it UI button 1. That's S, and then if we go back to, sometimes you just have to duplicate what you have. Yeah, okay, that was the problem. Sometimes that happens. Let's go back to the test. Let's head back over to Wyatt, so E, and then S. Perfect. Alright, that was just another one of those little things that I had to do. So that looks good now, and that should be good to go. We'll just copy and paste that text box system for everything else.
Yay!
I do think we need a main menu. A title screen. So I think we'll do the title screen, then I might actually end the stream. Because, I do have other things I have to get to. But I wanted to at least do this morning. Maybe I'll even come back in the evening, or at least an evening, maybe another day. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't know exactly what to do with the title screen yet, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a full new scene, and we're going to call it the title screen. And we have a couple things to do. We got to say Blender game. We got to render it in the same shading. And I want to make sure too that it is the same resolution. I think it's going to fit itself anyway, but I just like to make sure that it's going to be... Oh, that's kind of cool. You can... Just found another hotkey I could use instead. We're going to set it to a different perspective mode here. So... well, we need a camera. That's... Title screen camera. I don't... we're gonna just actually undo that bit there. I'm gonna set it this way. And I don't know what's gonna be here yet. Here's what I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna add some cubes, I think. So I kind of have an idea for how the game's gonna work. I think it's actually gonna be like... No. I think I know what it's gonna be. Alright. Oh man, this is... You know what we're gonna do again? We're gonna import another image as a plane. And we're gonna do the Keith logo again. Because I just want it to be the right scaling. Now again, this isn't the final name. The name of the game is not just Keith. It's gonna be Keith something. Hopefully this didn't mess up my other Keith logo. What's... Use alpha. There we go. And I'm gonna say add some text. We're gonna do something kind of interesting, I think, here. We're gonna say press enter. And we're gonna make sure the font, I have some font for it. If we go here, it's a grilled cheese font. That's what it's actually called, grilled cheese BTN. Oh, and by the way, Michael / Gemma the Fourth, I don't know which one to refer you to. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I just saw that you subscribed, so I really appreciate that. Let me see. And let's see. And I don't know if you're still here or not, but I do again want to thank you for joining. Anybody that joins, I always appreciate their viewership, because you could be watching anybody right now, but to watch me, I really appreciate that. Okay, Blender, now we have to do text too. I want to convert this text to a mesh. It's actually not a mesh. So, okay. What'll happen then if you play the game? It kind of reformats itself to just being flat text here, and it's not quite what I want it to be. So, where do I do that at? Oh, I'm not even in the text thing, that's why. We want it to extrude a bit. Kind of like the Keith logo itself. That's probably good. Then you say Control C, right? Let it extrude by 0.1. Control C or Shift C? Alt C. Okay. Alright, mesh from, and now it's a mesh. It just turned all that fancy font into an actual mesh. There we go. So let's see where I had UI continue. I don't know what font this is. We might even go back and change the font for menu text. We might even change the font for the text on the pause screen to match, because I think things have changed a bit. Now listen to this Animal Crossing music. Sometimes I'm forgetting that it's still playing. I'm gonna say menu setup, or I'm gonna say title screen setup, so that I know what this is again. So it's gonna serve a double purpose. It serves as serves as multiple things. But I want it to be like a let's move the Keith logo down a bit. Probably center it again. Yeah, we'll just do something like that. I wanted the text to be 3D because it's pretty when it's in 3D. And again, we're gonna do like a bit of a like that, kind of a squash kind of thing. So to the title screen we go. Alright, so this is gonna be UI title text title scaling. Then we're gonna do UI title text press. So I think that's all you'll be able to do really on the title screen is hit enter. So we'll probably have it just do it in like just a few frames here of it just kind of moving. Just want it to be the scale. And here's what I actually want to do. I want it to get a little bit bigger than it was before. So it goes like vroom, vroom. Sure. And if we just say Alt R for this, scaling. That's fun. Alright, that's kind of cool. Now we want to do UI text idle again. UI text idle and UI text press. So we need to make sure that they're used so that they don't. We're gonna loop stop 1 1 or 1 2, and we're gonna do blend UI text. We won't do any blend idle. So it's just always gonna be idle, and then whenever you actually press enter, we're gonna do an action here. We're gonna say play. Do 1, and we're gonna do it at like 20. It doesn't really matter because it goes back to its initial thing, and we'll just put it on a different layer so that it doesn't conflict. So when you press enter, yeah, that'll work. We might go back and change that, but I just wanted to do that. And then again, we're gonna say select large, so to make that nice sort of that nice sound. And okay, there is something about the animation I'm not big on though. We'll do Alt R, UI title press. I want to fix the scaling so it's like. Alright, I have an idea. We're just going to delete this. We're going to go scaling 1 2 3 4. Scaling 1 2 3 4 5. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I should have done this first. So we're gonna Shift D. So it should be. That's pretty good. Just want it to be snappy. That's probably good. And we're gonna call it UI full text. Press. Title text select. We'll just call it that. What is going on with the music right now? Nice, that's better, snappier, and I like that. Much better. I don't know why it's so subtle, but it works. Okay, we also need a sky dome, I think. I think we're gonna do like a really pretty sky for the world here. And we only need the last, or 1/2 of this dome. Just plop it down. We'll make sure the camera, I always do with the cameras because I'm not so worried. I'll just do like 40,000. Alright, so obviously that's kind of odd, so I'll show you what we're going to do for the sky. And actually, I think we already have a sky dome, do we not? Day sky. Yes, we do. We have one already. So, and then what I do is I just project it. Okay, it's messed up though. Yeah, it's completely messed up. So let's zoom it out. And then what I do is I flip the normal so that it'll be on the inside of here. Okay, but this being blue does not make anything better. And it shouldn't have any speck either. It shouldn't have any. So it's probably going to have to be white. And we'll bump up the intensity so you can see it. It just gives us a little fade for now. I don't really know what I'm doing with the title screen fully yet. I don't know. We'll do kind of in the center for now. Just something. Now, one thing we want to do is we want to say always. Just whenever it starts, and always is kind of a way of saying that, we're going to add an overlay scene iris opening. So as soon as the scene starts, we want a nice opening. And you can immediately click. Okay, then we're going to add an empty. And another layer. So I know how I said there are different layers of like different scenes, but there's I should have called them scenes because there are. Let me see if I can add this. Just a plain empty. There are different scenes and there are different layers to each scene. So really everything's on different scenes, and then sometimes within each scene there are these layers. So title, screen, select, timer. Well, no, I'm not naming things super organized, but I just want to be able to go back and look. Timer. So we say time. So when the property time, we're going to say interval. So the property time. So whenever you press enter, I'm going to give 2.5, so 2.5 seconds, 2.6. And then what we want to do is we want to say set the scene to test grounds. So as soon as you press enter, then we're going to add this in here. We're going to add the object, title screen, select timer. And we're going to also add a scene, an overlay scene here with the iris closing when you press enter. As soon as you press enter, it takes a second to load.
Yay!
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. We're gonna have to say remove scene. We're gonna say remove the iris closing scene because I forgot that that's there. That's still there. And we'll also remove the iris opening because it's still there. We don't want it to be there. And in the final game, it's not going to take you to the testing grounds. It's going to take you It's gonna take you somewhere else. So it'll take you where you need to go. Alright, there we go. So then we're right into the game, which means the final thing we're going to do today before I sign off is we're going to add this little detail to the pause screen now. So now that we know what the menu looks like, we can do something with quit. So whenever you press space here again, and we say and, we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna play the sound. Resume. So, and we're also gonna add the scene, add an overlay scene. The iris closing whenever you press space. And again, we want to add a second. We're gonna do basically the same thing that I just did. So I'm gonna call it the quit timer. We're just gonna rapidly do this. We're gonna do timer property. Sure, it's timer. We're gonna say time. So whatever that needs to be. Then we're gonna say property. We're gonna change it to an interval. We're gonna say time. We're gonna say 2.5 to 2.6, which I did do with the title screen, right? I said 2.5 to 2.6. Correct. So back to the pause screen, 2.5 to 2.6. We're going to do some things with scenes. We're going to get rid of those scenes, and we're going to get rid of the pause menu, and we're going to change. It's a lot. I know what we're going to do. We're going to remove the iris closing, we're going to remove the iris opening, we're going to remove the pause screen. I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to send a message. Before we do that, we're going to send a message to everything that says quit. We're just gonna call it quit. And meanwhile, back in the whatever level we're playing, and I want to do this too so that it makes it a little bit easier here. If we're playing a level and you get the message that we quit, then we're gonna set the scene. The scene shall set to the title screen. So let's see if this process works. So what you should be able to do is begin at the title screen, press enter to jump into the game. It takes a moment to load up the game.
Yay!
And then you press enter. You can continue. We're gonna quit the game. Nothing's going on. What happened there? Let's see what's up. Did not get the message. Oh, I know what's going on. I think I know exactly what's going on. I didn't actually say in the pause menu. That's the problem. I didn't say to create the quit timer when you press space. And the reason why we make it here, make it appear, is so that it's not always timing. It's not going to just suddenly quit out of nowhere. It can't just be sitting there. So that's why it's in a different layer. Anything in a different layer is inactive until you bring it over. So I have the timer hiding. So now here the timer is here, it's just hiding. And when you hit quit, that's going to make the timer appear. I know what's going on. The scene's still suspended, so what we need to do is we actually need to say scene resume. Or what we might have to do is actually say first. Let's try it. I didn't want to do it like this, but we're gonna have to resume the test grounds. Probably before we even send the message. So we're gonna say resume test. It's a little bit, hopefully we'll be able to just copy and paste all of this, I'm hoping. So let's just go directly to the test grounds. We're gonna say quit. So what it should do is there. Okay, it just did a bunch of stuff at once. It said get rid of everything, resume the test ground, and send a message that to the test grounds that hey, the pause screen wants you to leave, and then the level says okay, we'll leave, and it goes to the menu. Let's try it again just to make sure. Great, and you can see it kind of loading there. So that's pretty slick. Alright, I think that's everything we wanted to do today. I just died. Great. So, thank you. Wow, we've been streaming for like an hour and a half, I think. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate everybody who participated in the stream. It's definitely chill and quiet, but that's okay because I just wanted it to be like that, and just wanted to give you something to watch, just to see this process going through. And again, I know you guys know this, but I want to repeat again just so you know that the game is available for download. The demo of the game is available for download in the description. Once I add some more stuff in like another stream, we will I'll update it, but for now this is what we got going on. So today we got, let's just do a little review. We got a pause screen, we fixed the little button prompts to make them a little bit better. We got a title screen set up, and we connected the title screen to the game and the pause screen back to the title screen. Very just specific user interface stuff, but it's done now. And once enough of this stuff is done, then we can get to a point where we can just start working on levels, and that's much more interesting, I think, than the user interface. So thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video.